everyone, this is going to be the breakdown video for Cielito Lindo. Let's take a look at the piece, and the first thing to look at is the key signature. And for this case, we're in D major, so we have F sharp and C sharp. You all are pretty familiar with F sharp already, but let's review it. So it's second finger on your D string, but how we find it would go from open string D, first finger down, it's E, and then a whole step apart, it's F sharp. Now let's take a look at C sharp. To find C sharp, go on your G string, open G, first finger down is your A, second finger down is your B, and then C sharp is a whole step apart from the B, which means you have to stretch your finger. Instead of playing it very, very closely, two fingers together, you have to stretch it so it's one whole step apart. And then C sharp. Let's listen to the difference between C sharp and C natural. So C natural right next to the B, and then now C sharp. Make sure you hear the difference. So whenever you see C sharp, prepare the stretch on your third finger. Now let's go from the beginning. The first line is all dotted half notes. So count 3 beats in each bow. Look at the dynamic. We have mezzo forte and hairpin down below each 2 bars. So make sure you save the bow. Let's just go over it. Save the bow in the beginning. Increase, decrease. And then count 4 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4. Rest, rest. When you see the tie over the bar line, make sure you count all the beats that's included in the tie. So for this case, measure 7 to 8. You have a dotted half note tied to a quarter note. That means you have to count 4 beats in total. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Rest, rest. Now let's go on to the second line from measure 9. Again, second finger F sharp. And then your G is just right next to F sharp. It's a half step. So 2 fingers should be very closely together. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, up. And now we're at measure 14. This is the first time we're seeing a slur. Slur and tie may look similar, but tie is when you tie the same note together, and slur is when you're using the same bow for 2 different notes instead of the same note. So in this case, measure 14, when you see the slur, we're playing it in the same bow. So same bow for both G and A. So you're using down for G and A without breaking the middle. 1 bow. And then F sharp, a bow. Down, and then we have another tie. In this case, it's a total of 5 beats. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go on, measure 17. Open D, and then stretch your C sharp. Use the open D to prepare for the stretch. You'll have time. You definitely will have time for this if you have in mind that you have to prepare for the C sharp, the landing of the C sharp. So stretch. One more time, use the D to prepare the stretch. And then whole step. Stretch. Measure 25, 26. Stretch. Now we're in measure 33. Right here we have 1, tie across the bar line and then connect it to another slur. So it will look like this. 1, 2, 3, 1, slur. So tie, count 2 beats, and then 2 different notes in one bow, both up bows. Go on. 1, 2, 1. And then we're at measure 41 now. 41. It's a forte instead of mezzo forte. So use more weight in your arm. Go on. Here we have C natural instead of C sharp. So you don't have to stretch as much, but make sure you find the right intonation. It's a note right next to your B, your second finger B. So first, third finger, second finger right next to your C natural. Slur down bow. Stretch C sharp. Let's take a look at measure 45 again. Slur on the down bow, so both down. Right here we have C sharp instead of C natural. And then this one we slur it on an up bow. And then going on, you just have to count the bars, count the ties. 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Slur. Stretch. Same thing going on from 65. Count all the ties. So rest. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Slur down, bow, stretch. And then now we're at the last line. So from this line, you see the crescendo down in the bottom marking. So we have to prepare for the crescendo into the forte. So use less bow in the beginning. So from last line, prepare the crescendo. Use less bow in the beginning. One more time. You slowly increase the amount of bow you're using from the beginning of the crescendo. So little bow, more, short, and then last 4 bars. It's a forte, and make sure you're in the spirit of 3. So don't make the quarter notes too long. Rest, slur. So make sure you count the rhythm. It's rest, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, rest, 2, 1. One more time. Rest. Rest, 3, 1. And that's the whole piece. Have fun practicing.